Hey everyone, in this video we're going to learn about control bones together. But before we start, don't forget to like and subscribe. This tool has three parts: angle, position, and scale. Its main function is to let us connect other bones to our target bone so that it can simulate their behavior in real time based on angle, position, or scale. Let's test it out in action. To save time, I've already set up the bones. For example, first, I'll select this bone and set the target bone in the constraint settings. Just like you can see, I'm selecting B6 from the settings for this bone. I'm connecting it to B6 for angle, position, and scale. Now, if we move the bone we selected in the settings, we can see that our main bone is mimicking its movement exactly. If you don't see the position change, that's because this bone is locked to a joint. Now, to test the position control, we have these two separate bones up here. If I select one of them, go into its settings, and set the other bone as its position target, you'll see that when I move the second bone, the first one follows it. Exactly like what you're seeing in the video. Alright, the next option is scale. To understand this better, we need to use a special technique that I explained in the previous video. To do this, we first need to create a new bone that isn't parented to any other bone. I'll name it B9 and set the upper bone's target to B9. Then I'll enable squash and stretch and increase the maximum IK stretching percentage enough so we can clearly see the changes. As you can see, when I stretch or squash the right bone, the left bone also changes size. You can clearly see this effect in the video. Now, the last option left to explain is delay. Keep in mind that this needs to be done on a frame other than frame 0. For example, I'll apply delay to the angle. This way, the angle changes will take effect 10 frames later on the main bone. To do this, first I'll delete the extra bone I created. Then on frame 24, I'll click on the bone, and on frame 48, I'll move the bone to create the angle change I want. Now all I have to do is hit play. Since I applied a 10-frame delay, the movement will happen 10 frames later. Now I'll go back to frame 0 and adjust the delay, setting it to 25 frames. When I hit play, you'll see that there's a longer delay before the changes take effect, exactly like what you're seeing in the video. If you want to become a professional animator, hit that subscribe button and like this video right now.